Well, this is different. I'll put it that way. But this is a paid request from Kyle. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, or it'd be a topic, reaction, commentary, review, re-review, tier list, ranking, piece of random, whatever, video game playthrough for an hour, or full playthrough, whatever the case may be. PayPal's usually the best bet. I do have a Cash App and a Patreon. Those links are down below in the info box. And I'll get to it as soon as I can. And for those who have sent them, thank you. Really appreciate it. Now, Kyle requested this a while ago, but I sent a message wondering if this was a gag or not. But I never got a response back, so I'm guessing this is a serious request. Which I don't mind, because I will admit, it was a better movie than the new Crow movie. It was better than Borderlands. But yes, I don't think I've ever reviewed a porno. But hey, there's a first for everything. So I'll do my best. And yes, I do mean like full penetration porn. So, again, it was different. But again, it was better than some of the movies I've seen this year. So, although it's still a really bad movie, even for this standard, which I'll get to. I wonder maybe that's why hey, if people want to send more requests like this, I mean, it's different. But yes, everybody needs, not loves, needs. You need it. MILFs need it. From 2009 from Penthouse, which I don't even know if they're a thing anymore. I'm assuming they are, but I don't know. I just figure, or I don't even know if those magazines are still around. Playboy, Penthouse, I don't know. But this is the type of movie you would see back in the day, like maybe Cinemax or something. What we call Cinemax. But we call it Cinemax because half the time it would have films like this, at least late at night. And I guess the best way to do it is just get into it. Well, so to speak. And the director, Cash Markman. It's always weird and funny about the names people pick for their adult career. Either they try to be like a famous person. Like there's someone called Daryl Hannah. I remember thinking, what the hell? What? It's not that Daryl Hannah. It's a different Daryl Hannah. I'm like, man, she really fell in hard times? But no, it's a different one. Or Cash Markman. I mean, yeah, if you don't do this, you gotta do it for the cash. And a mark, yeah, if you mark for the dick in the hole. Which, you know, a lot of us are. So the story, which that's always a weird thing about these type of films, I never really understood the art of having a story in the middle of your port to the no. It's one of those things where I would assume if you want to get into the business, you just want to get into the business. I don't really get, I need a story. I don't get that aspect. I never understood that aspect, and I don't know why. I don't know why people want that, but oh well. I guess maybe it makes them feel less guilty, or maybe it make them laugh because that could be so badly done like this. Because the story is a guy named Gerald, who is Dane Cross, which is funny because when I had the goatee, he kind of looks like me, except I shave my head, he's got hair, but the glasses, the face, he looks like me, so. Although he's a terrible actor, and oh wow, a porno with terrible acting, I know. And the sky is blue, and water is wet, speaking of which. And he's having a dream, but for some reason the dream looks like in a bank vault. Because it's like there's a vault behind him that looks like Batman is ready to get acid from Two-Face in. And there's haziness because it's a dream. And there's like a big gate to the side that this woman opens up. But I'm like, why is this in a bank? It looks like a bank vault, but there's a big gate that the person opens as well. I don't know why the dream would be in there. You think it'd be like a bedroom or, I don't know, a college classroom, something, a job, swimming pool, something, but just this plain looking bank vault wannabe thing. I don't know. So he wakes out of the dream, and he's roommates with a guy named Luke. And not Skywalker or Skinwalker, as he probably be calling this. And Luke has a lot of MILFs. His buddy has a lot of them. And MILF number one comes by. And Gerald, man, he got to get that studying done. He got to get studying done because he's in college. I know he looks 30. I mean, he looks as old as me, and I'm 40. But he's in college, so believe it. But he needs that studying done. But there's too much stooping going on, so he got to go to his room. Now, granted, he doesn't close the door because it's funny. He gets annoyed by the sound of the fucking, right? But you don't close the door. Kind of counterintuitive. Like, you're annoyed by the sound, which I don't know, depending on who you are, you would not be annoyed. It just depends. Unless you're like Johnny Depp in Nightmare on Elm Street, like, this sucks. When he's heard it. But at least I was like, upstairs bedroom door closed, he could still hear it. And he didn't get any from Nancy. But here it's like, he got, like, dude, if you got the door open, that's your fault. Gray, Luke, and MILF number one are on the couch, which, I don't know, that wouldn't even be like a comfy place. Because the couch, you have no room for your legs, you got the armrest, and it's getting to your back, and there's no room. Just to me, it's not a comfortable spot, but that's just me. And then you have the multitude of sex scenes. And it's penthouse, so, the Larry Flint, type of stuff. Where there's going to be a lot more of the in and out, penetration, all the other stuff, all the shebang, with no condoms. Which is funny because there's a character that pops in later that keeps talking about latex and how latex is the stuff dreams are made of. That's a quote. And it's ironic. With all this condom speech, it's the one thing you don't use and the one thing you're not going to see in this movie. So, go figure. I always wonder, though, wouldn't there be a fear, even if you don't, pump it in, of a pregnancy? Isn't like even a drop could do it? But, hey, it's too much information. I'm not a scientist. I don't even play one on TV. And the thing is with these scenes is like there's quite a few of them. There's that one, but they all kind of the same thing over and over again. It's the B to the J. It's the humping and the pumping, and people being over the top. Where I mean, damn, you would eat cough drops if you don't want to screw like this, and they end almost the same way. It's like. Have a little bit more variety of the kinky side, maybe just saying, I don't know, just saying. And why is it, some is not bad technique? Maybe I'll steal it some not bad technique. Although it's hard to concentrate with the lousy music. Why is it that all these movies, not that I've seen a lot, but why do they always have lousy music? It's like, anytime you see something, it's always lousy music. How about they like, she's my cherry pie? Because they can't afford it. Because the good music they can't afford. But, it's always this lousy ass music that's distracting. And it's like, you just rather watch it on mute. And always like the worst dialogue. Like, this has some of the worst dialogue. Like, show me what you're made of with that stamina. I don't know anyone that would ever talked like that in the bedroom. Because I'm like, okay, you talked a bit too much, number one. And number two, who uses this type of phrasing? And then he's like, oh yeah, I got a secret. And she's like, give me that secret out of your nuts. I'm like, I mean, if that's a secret, then you haven't done a lot of stooping to put in. I'm just saying, if you don't know what's in there, if you don't know what's in between the nutcracker and you think it's a secret, like it's a secret to you what's in there, then you haven't done a lot of this before. So I don't know how, or you're doing it wrong, or maybe you think it's lemonade. I don't know. You're doing it wrong then. Because that's what it's supposed to be. Again, if it's a secret you don't know, then I don't know. If it's your first time, I could forgive it, but I mean, still, you guys are like 40 years old. You look at least 40. You should know what that secret is. Okay, the secret sauce, so to speak. And again, the nerdy guy, Gerald, Mr. Dane Cross, the character, close the door if you don't want to listen to it. And why is it that when you don't have the stuppen, the music sounds like circus music? Like titty circus music. That's just weird and creepy. I keep sensing like Mr. Ice Cream Man by Clint Howard don't come in and kill someone. So after the stuppen goes on and again, Gerald can't get his studying done, Luke invites him to his family's Thanksgiving dinner. So there's Luke and his dad and his mom, and then Gerald is there. And immediately, within 10 seconds, the Luke's mom, Mrs. Skinwalker, she wants to jump the guy's bones. Like immediately. No pretense, no build up. And the running joke over the dad is, again, he always talks about latex, latex, latex. It's the stuff dreams are made of. And again, like I said, it's ironic because it's the one thing you don't use and don't see in the movie. So I don't really know, why this was a running joke and why they thought it was funny. That's the thing. This is a movie that when the pumping is not going on, it's a very bad, awful comedy. In fact, when I first got this request, I kid you not, I looked at the title and I went, oh, this is going to be one of those bad parodies or rip off an American Pie. I honestly thought it was going to be one of those comedies that's trying to rip off American Pie. Maybe it was going to be National Lampoons, like National Lampoons, blah, 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 Dorm Days, whatever the hell those movies are called, where, oh my god, the zany antics and golly gee, and then you got some, titties in there and stuff. But no, I didn't realize until later it was Penthouse. And immediately that night, she invites the guy to the kitchen, which apparently the kitchen is soundproof. I'm like, okay, I don't know how the kitchen is soundproof, but okay. That's what she says. And why this lady looks and sounds high. Like she acts high. I don't know if she's on X or something. She must be on some crazy ecstasy because she looked at this guy's like, you're all man. You're just all man. I went, I don't know if I should, I guess maybe I should be, maybe I should be happy because the guy kind of looks like me. And, I'm like, okay, lady, I guess I have a good shot too, But at the same time, I'm like, sitting there going, you serious, lady? Also, for a girl that likes to suck it, she talks too damn much. Because she's like talking, and then doing, but then talking, then do a little bit, then talking, and then talk. I'm like, dude, lady, you're doing it, you're talking too much. You're doing more talking than sucking. I'm just saying. Too much talking. Too much talking. And then she said, my husband talks just about latex. And I don't give a shit. I want to talk dick. That's not what she says. I will admit, I sincerely laughed when she's like, my husband always talks about latex. I don't give a shit. Just the way she said that. And then I want to talk dick. Maybe that's why people watch this stuff. It's not even about the set. It's just how awful the comedy and the acting is. Maybe that's why he requested this. Because these are actually pretty funny when you watch them. And because I'm laughing, aroused boner was not really there. It was more like, what is up with this comedy? Just awful. And just the way this lady's acting is like, it's the faces she's making. Tootsie Pop. More like Tootsie Cock. What the... How many licks does it take to the center of the Tootsie Pop? Oh, this boy like Tootsie Cock. What the who wrote this? I know it's just an adult film, but like, what the fuck? I mean, and I'm not gonna go in detail on the adult sex scenes because it's sex, you know, and it's very vanilla, just a lot of bad dialogue, and mostly left on the track. I'll put it that way. And then he has a dream where in the dream he has a girl, he's in the same bank vault as the beginning, and this guy takes his girl, which I don't even know why he has this dream. I'm like, you just had fun with the MILF, but now you're having a dream as if someone's going to take one from you. And I'm like, you just had one. Does that give you a little bit of a, pride, a little bit of, gun-ho attitude that, no, I can do it? Apparently not. It's just to have another adult scene. So they see another bud, they go to another place, and they go there because Luke, even though he has all of these ladies, he also wants DVDs. And so, when this was 2009, DVD is still, big thing. And I'm sitting there going, wait a minute, so you have all these ladies at your beck and call, and you talk about how you have MILF number 1, MILF number 2, but you want to get all these DVDs like in a brown paper bag, and it's like he's got 5 of them, 10 of them in there. So it probably cost him, a couple $100. And I'm like, well, again, why you need the DVDs if you got all these women? I mean, if you got a bunch of women, you're not going to need DVDs. But I guess this guy, maybe he's got an addiction. Maybe he needs to be on one of those, I don't know, what is it, the self-help, like, I'm a sex addict, people thing. Some people have that, I don't know. Haven't there been, like, celebrities that say they're in that? I think Steve-O did at one point. I can't remember who else. Was it David Duchovny, or maybe that's a character I'm thinking? I think it was character in Californication. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, it's character Californication. TV show. But yeah, Luke goes with the DVDs, and I guess that one guy's mom pulls the lead nerd in, and immediately has fun with him. I would say she was probably the best of the group. I would say that lady, because she didn't talk all the time. Her dialogue wasn't too stupid and silly. She was a beautiful looking lady, and she got down to business, and when she did the sucking, she wasn't talking, every 5 seconds, saying the dumbest, most hilarious stuff about Tootsie Pops and, how much your husband talks about latex and all that. So, I would say if I had a pitch, she was, Oh, I'm sorry, you can't do that. I was told if you do this, this is racist. I kid you not, I was told that, so I'll do that. Unless this will be racist as well. And then her husband comes home. He's got to sleep in a towel. Gets home. His buddy is there watching this DVD, and then he leaves. And then the lead down the towel, watches DVD. And then you have another adult scene where I think was it the one guy's mom was in it. I can't remember. And there's a threesome with this guy. This guy who. He wasn't buff, but he thought he was Conan. He's like, he says the line, "Be my horse." I'm like, okay. I'm like, alright. And at the end, the one girl just kept talking and talking. I'm like, Jesus, like, jabbermouth. And then his buddy Luke's mom comes by, is ready to have it on the couch with Gerald. But his buddy Luke comes home. And then the next bit is Gerald is kicked out and living in his car. So he's living in his car. He has no home. He lost his best friend. He has no MILFs. This cop comes by. He tells the story. He's pretty bluntly honest, which I don't know if I'd be this honest to any cop that comes by. But he is. And then she's like, oh, well, that's too bad. Well, otherwise, I was going to write you a ticket, but I was hoping, maybe, I'm like, man, you're a terrible cop. But, or a great cop, depending on how you look at it. And then, like, the guy's trying to talk, but then this narration, I'm like, what do you think you are? Stand By Me was a narration? It's like, one thing I learned, everybody needs a MILF. Apparently you don't, because you have no home. You have no friend. And you don't know if you'll deal with this girl, so you have no MILF. So apparently, stay away from the MILFs. Apparently that's really the message. Even though and even then, like, if you deal with this girl for one night, you still don't have a home. You still don't have a place to live. You still lost your friend. I mean, like, what kind of message is that? What kind of ending is that? What the hell? So it really deters you from doing that. Not incentivizes you. I know I screwed up the word. I don't care. I might as well, considering some of the words they say in this movie. And that's how it ends. He maybe gets with that girl, maybe not, and he still has no home, and he still lives in his car, and all that other stuff. So, there you go. Happy ending. So, not the worst film I've seen this year. Didn't come out this year, but I'm just saying. I'd rather watch it than Sasquatch Sunset. I'd rather watch it than The Crow 2024 or Borderlands or Madam Web. At least they couple of times give you the goods, which is more than I could say with, those movies I mentioned. At least if, you see titties, they're not being milked by a Sasquatch. Because the female is a Sasquatch. At least the people humping have, less hair than me. They don't have, at least they don't have more of the hair than me. I'll put it that way. Just there was, Sasquatch Sunset. So, this is a bad, terrible, awful comedy with terrible acting and terrible jokes and kind of a slog to sit through. I didn't even the adult scenes is like, okay, you see one, you see them all, and they're just being so over the top and loud, and God, you need to calm down. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you did that each time, you'd have an aneurysm, both male and female. So be careful. Don't die. Don't die from the sex. It may be good, but it ain't worth dying for. At least there ain't no poontang worth dying for. At least I've seen so far. But maybe that's just me. But anyway, that's my review of, I guess, the first adult film I've reviewed, and yeah. I know it says everybody needs it, but apparently you don't by the message of this movie. So, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe that'll be the thumbnail. So, thank you, Kyle, for this interesting request. But, like I said, considering the stuff I've seen lately, it was a step up. It was a step up. I'll say that. I don't know what. How do you even rate these movies? What, 2 out of 5 boners? Like, I don't even know what the rating is with these movies. But like I said, I never understood why you would just watch a movie. Like, if you do your business, you do your business. And no one wants to hear about it. But hey, with that said, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye bye for now.